What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So you recognize this woman right here? It's a different picture of her. Not the usual glamour shots that we've seen on social media or on internet searches looking for her, Carlee Russell. Remember, she this summer put Alabama, social media, and much of the country that bothered to give a fuck about her through needless worry and anxiety because she wanted to play some petty game with her boyfriend or ex-boyfriend. Remember that? Well, she's been sentenced to 1 year in prison or jail, whatever, and to pay restitution of up to $18,000. So I'll put a link to this article in the pinned comment in the comment section below. So Carlee Russell, pictured here, has been found guilty of 2 misdemeanor charges after faking her own kidnapping. ABC 3340 reports a Hoover Municipal Court judge stated that each charge, 1 count of false reporting to law enforcement authorities and 1 count of falsely reporting an incident, includes 6 months of jail time and an $831 fine. So I'm assuming each charge is 6 months and $831. So altogether, that's a year and over $1,600 in fines. They also told Russell that they recommend she pay restitution of nearly $18,000. Carlee is set to serve 1 year in jail for her hoax. Russell's attorney, Emery Anthony, spoke about the ruling and opined that Carlee shouldn't have to serve jail time. He says, "I think she understands what has happened. She has apologized. I know you all said through me, but that's not good enough, but she has apologized for what transpired. I don't want her to have any type of breakdown or anything of that nature, so we are handling her with kid gloves and make sure her mental state is just fine." Yeah, because she's the victim here. Yeah, she's the one that's going through the whole thing, because nobody forced her to, I guess she was forced into doing what she did, right? Because it's always about Carlee. So I'm not one of these people on here who try to make her out to be some fucking some martyr for black injustice. Because first of all, the only reason why they even talked about her is because she is from one of the wealthiest parts of Alabama. See, most of us who come from poverty, they wouldn't give a fuck about any of us. You think they talking about all these missing kids? 1,000+ kids is missing in Ohio? Fuck no. You know why that is? Because it's by design. You know why they talk about Carlee Russell? Even though she's black, it's because her family is rich. So I'm not going to make her out to be some martyr for black injustice. Some other YouTubers might do that shit, but I'm not going to do that. I can't do it. What about the mental state of her parents? What about the mental state of, I guess, the friends that she has, if she has any? What about the mental state of her co-workers who, thinking she was missing, had to grind and from what I understand, what I read, it got so bad because they were so understaffed during that time period. They thought that she was missing or she was laid up in a fucking hotel room, that it put the place of business in jeopardy. You think she give a fuck about that? Not to mention the extra work on them physically. They worrying about whether she's still alive or dead. So we got to worry about her mental state. It's the world we in now. We coddle people who don't need to be coddled. We got to worry about her because we don't want her to, go over the edge. She has mental health issues. Well, that's up to her to take care of her mental health. It's not my priority. It's not my fucking problem to worry about some stranger's mental health or somebody else's mental health all the damn time. I worry about my mental health, which nobody else gives a fuck about. We got to worry about everybody else's mental health, especially, certain people. So anyway, let's read on. Hoover Police Department, before her disappearance, Carlee Russell's search history read, taking money from a register without being caught, one-way bus ticket, do you have to pay for an Amber Alert, the film Taken, how to take money from a register without being caught again. So that's probably the several hundred some dollars that she took from her place of job, her place of employee. Not to mention the other shit she took. So we coddling and feeling sorry for a criminal. So when she's being put to a situation where she's being held accountable for her actions, oh, that's just too much. I don't give a fuck about these other women who have done shit, who might be white. Fuck them too. He also spoke about Carlee's disappearance and when the public will receive an answer as to why she faked her kidnapping. Well, I think that is something eventually you will have to find out the why of it. We're not going to get into that. I think at some point in time, I don't want to put you off, but I think at some point in time, whether we have a trial or there's a trial just because the state is pushing the issue, or whether or not we would go before a judge and plead blind, I don't know right now, but I wouldn't want to talk about certain things right now if you allow me. We're dealing with issues with Carlee and want the best for Carlee, and I think we realize a mistake was made, but we don't want to just pile on right now. Carlee Russell went missing on July 13th after the woman reportedly exited her vehicle to help an alleged missing child. According to AL.com, Russell phoned 911 claiming to see a young boy lost on the I-49, the I-459 in Hoover, Alabama. Blah, 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 blah. Let me look up something right quick. Yeah. So you know who I'm concerned about? What about Jonathan Majors? What about the fact that the mainstream media never apologized for putting him in a position where the public thinks that he is a woman beater, when in reality, police coached his girlfriend into making a false claim that he hit her. Police officers were inquiring how her boyfriend could afford that apartment that she was found in, intoxicated, if he's black. They were insinuating that he was possibly a drug dealer and making openly racist statements and coaching her to say that he hit her. Why was that never put out there by the media, TMZ and other media outlets? Why was it never put out there that there's a warrant out for her arrest and she fled the country? Why was that not put out there? But the minute you could go out there and put his black face as they like to do since the O.J. Simpson case, they like to put his black face on the face of a magazine or a newspaper or the image used to promote another black person, another black man being accused of a crime. They love it. That's something that the liberal media, they'll tell you. They're supposed to be liberal, but they don't hesitate putting our black asses on the front of a fucking newspaper when it's to downgrade us. But what about all these black intellectuals that have contributed to science and math? You think they ever talk about any of us? No, because that's not the image they want to put out there. So that's why I have a lot of more anger and resentment toward people who are supposed to be our allies, rather than people who openly profess they don't give a fuck about us. Well, I'm going to get on here and keep talking about people who let it be known they don't give a fuck about us. Okay, at least they letting it known that they don't fuck with us. I'm more angry at the people that keep claiming they are our friends and keep showing us time and time again they'll throw us on the bus in a heartbeat. So I'm not gonna get on here and cry mea culpa for Carlee Russell. Other people can do it. I don't give a fuck. That's their right. I'm not gonna do that shit. Not no damn victim. So anyway, that's all I got to say about it.